Hello, everyone. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Him If If Zuko was or gains the powers of Zero. So, in this alternate timeline, the Momo's family wanted their young daughter to get married to a person that and so or correct man. Let's say she's at age of 4. Zuko was at age of 4. Or no. Yeah, 4. So the Zuko or actually he just got his quirk checked and he was quirkless. Or actually yeah. So her parents challenged almost any boy that was interested in her, but she had an interest in a certain kid that she met when they were 3 years old. That would be Zuko Midoriya. Yeah. So, yeah. And so her parents decided to test him. To jump into the rocket ship and go find a gem or one of the glass or like crystals and bring it right back. Then, of course, when Momo heard that her boyfriend or her friend is doing that because of her parents told her that, as she had or she crossed her fingers. Little did they know that there was a through 4 hours in, a black hole formed, consuming the ship. Let's say there was a lot of boys that really wanted to be with her, and Zuko was in that group. And some of them had, and definitely not Todoroki, not Bakugo, no one like that. Kind. It's just some random dudes that they met. So, a black hole opens up, killing everyone. Of course, Zuko somehow, like his particles, like his DNA, he was somehow, like a black hole did not consume him like what they did with the others. Here, I'll just use that. Like the others. So everyone else died except for Zuko. In that thing. So he ends up looking around, or he got up. He looks around. As he sees a crystal. Some type of crystal that he never seen before. As he swam to it. And yeah, when he touched it, the power went into his body, as it consumed him, made him stronger than before. As a black hole shrunk down to the size of a pebble, like what you see on your screen. As a crystal was now just a crystal. Well, because all that power that it had inside of it, this is what it looks like. I don't have a accurate what it looked like, but yeah, it was like that. So it gave Zuko the powers of Zero. Not Sub-Zero or the other characters, but so he gained those as he puts his power, or no, he puts a crystal in his pocket. As somehow he's breathing in space. Somehow he's like, how am I breathing in space? He's thinking that. Like, he looks around. He does not have a ship to go home. He does not have, but so he jumps, or it felt like a little platform just formed underneath his feet. As he jumps once, one, two. They weren't just small ones. They were pretty big jumps. As you know, that scene from the Hulk, that old one, the animated one, where She-Hulk tells Hulk to keep jumping, like, keep jumping, Hulk. Yeah. The Hulk, or that's the same thing. As he wants to go home. Of course, it's let's get back into the Earth, part. Like, Momo's end. She could not believe that her boyfriend died. All those people that she knew, some random hillbillies or something like that, all of them died. So so she believes that her she gave up on, and plus her parents gave up on trying to find her a boyfriend. So she studies, and let's do a time skip to 15. So they go, to, or she goes to UA, as everybody has the, so it happens like normal, but without Zuko. So, yeah. Because an All Might, or actually, no, Inko and him had another child named Zumi. Did you think I forgot to add Zumi into this what if? No, no, no. So Zumi was the same age as what Zuko would be. And yeah, Zuko ends up becoming so they're like, so it happens like normally. And yeah, they could not believe that. So yeah, it happens like normally, as now it's All Might versus All for One. All Might was down, but not out, as he's about to get killed by All for One. As everyone, and here, I'm trying to find that picture. Of, like, everyone was praying for, like, All Might to be safe. As a small meteor, they looked at, or the newscast, like a person that was filming heard the explosion. As he turns his attentions, or he taps on the shoulder. As he turns around, he lifts the camera up as he sees a small meteor. As he says, as they're like, run! As everyone starts running, except for All Might and All for One. As All for One did not pay any attention. But he turns around, very last thing, as he heard was a meteor kick. As kicking All for One directly into the chest, burning him alive, sending him flying backwards into a already destroyed building. As as Zuko gets up, from that debris, as he lifts up his pant leg, or actually his pant leg, healed it up, like sewed back on. And Zuko was like, he was standing tall, more buffed. Because Zuko gains the powers of Zero, but at the same time, it made him way more like buffed up. Way that I say buff up means like that kind of thing. As all the girls, or when the smoke cleared, they see a buffed up version of Zuko Midoriya. As they could not believe it. As the All Might was like saying, gonna say like, who are you? But Zuko cuts him off saying, I'm Zuko Midoriya. You're my favorite idol, All Might. As he used his power, or newfound ability of Zero, to turn All Might from being a weakling, like the wound on his side. This one. So yeah, basically Zuko, or he went from this to being Prime All Might. Yeah. Like, it's like someone just removed his time limiter, or his limiter of his, like, of his time thing completely. And everybody's like, they could not believe. They were in shock when they heard who's this buffed up guy that healed All Might is. And All for One gets back up. And he says, looks like you came back to life, Zuko Midoriya. Did you really think the black hole could kill me? Please. I ate those black holes like for dinner. Speaking of that, as Zuko just like had a black hole formed in his right hand, and as he says, no need to get up. As black hole just used, Zuko used it as All for One's entire body just obliterated. Like, there was nothing left. There was nothing, and like someone ripped him from reality. Like, fabric of reality. As the All for One soul was about to go up to the heavens, but Zuko grabs it as he says, where are you going? As he throws it down. And Zuko as All Might could not believe what Zuko just did. And Zuko who says, it took me a while to. You know how far I had to go home? As Zuko says, he tells All Might that you know how, or Nezu says, where did you come from? Or actually, no, they asked what happened to that ship that Momo's parents sent you on. Oh, it got destroyed by a black hole, but I managed to survive somehow. And and it took me a long time to jump from meteor to meteor to meteor to meteor all the way back to here. And they're like, really? Is that how long you took? Yeah. Because he actually says how far it was. And they're like, man. And some of them feel bad for this kid that literally saw like people, like his own friends, like when he came back, he's like, I'm good. Now, as he is too tired out, so he says, as all the debris that had the civilians underneath, Zuko absorbed all that stuff. As he jumps off, as All Might asks him, where are you going? I'm gonna find a place to sleep. That's what Zuko said. Hen. Really? Yeah. As Nezu says, hold on, before you jump off, before you jump away, how about we already have an extra room, so go ahead to take it. Yeah, at UA. So he goes with them. And Zuko, as he goes to bed, he slept, as when Inko heard or watched what happened, or actually Sashi was there, but when he saw his own son returns from the grave, he told Inko, and then Inko was like, what? And where is he at? Calm down, Inko. Calm down. He's in the not hospital, but he's sleeping in the extra rooms in those hotel things. As Zuko or Inko was like, oh, that she's so like wound up to see her own son again. Plus, Zumi... Hold on. Quiet. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, So Zuko ends up, of course, Zumi ends up wondering why do they know him? As Asashi and Inko finally told her the truth. Zuko is her brother. And Zumi could not believe it. As she could not believe that her own parents kept that a secret from them, or from her. Zumi, he was like, he's my brother? What happened after all these years? Well, reason why we didn't, or we gave birth to you, because you're, or blame Momo's family. They wanted to send the boys to get the special gems for her, but they all died. We thought our son died too. Oh, yeah. But now, after all these years, he came back. Yeah. So, as they could not believe, but she did not care actually. She could not believe that her own parents didn't kept that a secret from her. So then she ends up going with them, as some of them are like, he is sleeping, so yeah. And when Momo's parents heard that Zuko is alive, they could not believe it. As Momo was like wondering, how long is he gonna sleep? As Recovery Girl says, he'll sleep for 2 days or 2 weeks. As she says, man, jumping from one planet to the other, or one meteor to the other, must have been tiring out. Or yeah, must be tiring, huh? Yeah. So let's say 2 weeks have passed. He woke up. He kinks his neck around as he gets up. As he stretched his body out. As, of course, Recovery Girl, before the 2 weeks have passed, Recovery Girl told them that she actually told the pro heroes what she found inside Zuko's DNA. The DNA was like, in his DNA was totally different from a normal human's DNA. What do you mean? I'll explain it. So, Zuko, whose DNA allows him to adapt to any environment. And all the black hole things, like the black hole that he said, I think I figured out why he survived and every other person died. Because the black hole consumed his ship, and the black hole just left him. And so he is the most powerfulest person in the world now. What do you mean? Well, I also found out that he also gained the power of zero. As everybody's eyes widen, all those pro heroes teachers said, "Wait, you're saying that Zuko is the most powerfulest person in the world now?" Because Zero in this alternate timeline is the most powerfulest thing in the entire multiverse. Yeah. Zuko, it fell into the hands of a kid then, and of course, he was worthy to wield it. And he comes back to life, or he woke up from 2 weeks. Yeah. Then people are like, we need to train him. So when he came back, when he was walking around town, he was like, of course, Zero. No, actually, power of Zero, is the first most powerful thing. So yeah, Zuko just randomly across it, like lucky enough to cross it, because his power ended up making every other like quirks or seem so useless with dealing with that. So Zuko was immediately, of course, Nezu says, "Good morning, and Zuko, how was that 2 weeks nap thing or sleep?" Pretty good. So the pro heroes had to retrain to deal with the most powerfulest power ability in the entire world. Yeah. So Zuko had the crystal thing still in his pocket. And he wakes up, or no, after he woke up, so Moo ends up or they had a visit with him, and or like Inko and Asashi and Zumi. Good to he, you're still alive, huh? Yeah. So yeah, then a whole crud just happened. Zuko was immediately was class 1A student, like top student. Who didn't? And yeah. So he he had a tape recorder thing, like Zuko logs and all that stuff. And when they, or he pulled it out before, like he puts it on the side of his nightstand. And when one of the pro heroes like walks in, they see it and they grabbed it. And when they played it, the all the pro heroes were terrified of what happened. They, of course, Sasashi says that he mentioned he survived a black hole. Maybe a black hole was the, yeah. So yeah, then after like 2 weeks plus like the, yeah, he ends up got reminded somehow. Of course, let's say after school, he was about to head to bed, but Momo stops him and asks him, "Did you get any crystals during that way back?" As Zuko looks over, huh? Well, he was too embarrassed to like. But the, of course, he pulls out this crystal that looks beautiful. Plus, it's purple, not because she did not like the other colors, like pink or brown or any other colors, because she's sick and tired of getting the same one over and over and over again. But when she saw the purple one, she basically did her like research before. And when she heard about the purple crystal that grants a user the power of 0, she just wants to have it. As he gives it to her. Not like stabs her in the head kind. No, no, no. The hands it over to her. And when she was so nervous that she knows that it's probably going to be consumes her, like gives her special powers of 0. But when she picked it up, nothing happened. And like it was a beautiful diamond. As she wondered what happened to the zero part, like the ability that was, as Zuko says, the I don't remember, but or actually he, of course, when she asks him what happened to the that power that was stored in it, it grants a user whoever touches it gains the powers of zero. And Zuko says, well, guess I gained that power. And she could not believe it. And she she still like loves him, no matter if it was a crystal or the yeah. I'll get that head back later. So yeah, so the basically Zuko tells that as she says, well, no. Plus her parents, and or when like say because he walked her back to school or back to her house and dropped her off. He walked away and she walked over. Or actually, her, because her parents decided, hey, the, yes, you're gonna, did he bring you the gem? That's one of the requirements. And he's trying to think. Yes, he did actually. He, because he, the one that he, my favorite color too. Really? Yeah. The purple, oh, here. As he, or as she shows this, as they're like, man, where did he get this from? And they just like immediately remembered that he survived the black hole to get it. So yeah. So he gets the crystal. Oh. And they could not believe it. You went that, and plus they know that he was the one that Momo really did like too. And plus Zuko also likes her. So he ends up, or so Momo's parents told Momo that, are you two gonna get married too? Because, yeah. So Momo decided to get married to Zuko, of course. And plus, her parents didn't or did know that she always did her research on the power that Zuko now possessed. And so so they asked her what was the power that gives to user like Zuko. Well, it allows the user to be immortal and the like allows the mortal to be a immortal, like aka to be strong type, and plus now it's in the hands of a smart kid or a 15-year-old buff guy. It grants a power to whoever wields it. Can also, there's a scary part. He could go into the metaverse and use the alternate versions of himself or of themselves, those as powers. Okay. So if he's that powerful and immortal, but why would he be? Why does it gave to Zuko? Well, I really don't know who, because so the next day, Momo asks Zuko if he's interested in dating her before they get married thing. So he says sure. Her. As he does not want. So yeah. And she like they every date thing, she also like asks him what, or because during the now overhaul fight, Zuko used the mountain instead of mountain lady, it's mountain Zuko, a biggest guy, hey, from a alternate timeline where Zuko was born with a power of what Mountain Lady has. So he ends up growing to be a size of a. And he used also Doomsday Zuko's power, like the if I could find the stupid image. Like, aka I'll just use this one. Doomsday's arms, and yeah. At the same time. Yeah. So then Zuko ends up becoming a strong type. Okay? So, yeah. As the Mirio is like, man. Or everybody's surprised that Zuko could wield this much power. Or for being only. As Bakugo is like, man, how in the heck did you went from being a literal weakest one to being like a super powerful one over, yeah, the time skip thing. And of course, Zumi learns how to control her powers, and yeah, they could not believe it. Yeah, so Zuko, and of course, finally the day came, they got married, and had a child. The child was named Bloom. like bloom. So yeah, it was mixed between Momo and Zuko. No, so Momo Midoriya, Momo Midoriya, three M's with Zuko Midoriya. Yeah, and plus they were such in love with a child because the child looked more like, she kind of looked like Momo, but with like Zuko's hair color. If, yeah. So then the whole thing, yeah, this is what she would look like. So, yeah. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, and please turn on subtitles before the video starts, okay? So, bye.